Ayan. Okay, so actually last year,
Ayun nga po,
which
yung
was
sinabi ko
few
pala po,
years.
ano tawag do'n, yung hindi po ako nag-CR na nung ano, I've been holding this in this for since the last year, 'di ba? Gano'n.
So last year, which was a few days ago,
Yun nga po,
so
parang ano na.
we started we started already this chapter, no, alcohol seeters and epoxide. I think we ended up introducing the different functionalities, but let's have a run through again, no. So parang ang opening molecule natin dito is tong si polytoxin. If you will notice, it has a lot of hydroxy groups. Ayan. No, ang laki. Sobrang laki ng molecule nito.
Very
Imagine
water
mo
soluble
100,
siya siguro.
yeah, 100 tsaka 129 carbons and humanity, mabibilib ka naman din talaga sa humanity, no? So humanity was able to deduce its structure. So yung ganyang structure niya. And at the same time, we were also able to synthesize this in the laboratory. No? Sobrang ano, may mga ganito palang studies, Joshua, pero basic science ito, wherein you can discover interesting molecules with interesting structure, no? Like this. Tapos, challenging kasi siya gawin sa lab.
Tapos ano, wala pong
So,
for no reason.
yeah. Hindi naman for no reason. Tignan mo, meron naman siyang use. Like, it's a toxin eh, no? So, potent poison siya. So, baka pwede rin siyang gamitin kasi sa neuromedicine. Anyway, challenging kasi siya i-synthesize. So, bakit kailangan natin gumawa ng research wherein we will try to synthesize challenging molecules? Kasi eventually, once we will meet a very important or discover a very important compound and we need to synthesize that in the laboratory, we will have a literature available for synthesis. Nakamukha. Kunwari, itong functionality nito or itong step na to, parang nakita ko na to somewhere. So, babalikan mo ngayon to. Nagigets mo? So, this might not be a very important compound for now. Pwede siyang maging important compound in the future. Or, may important compound na madidiscover, very important compound na ang isang step doon ay makikita sa literature na 'to. Nage-gets mo? Kasi
Yes, aba.
challenging kasi siya, eh. Challenging yung pag-synthesize sa kanya. So this might be a very good, study for us to have a leeway for the synthesis of organic, uh, organically challenging compounds like
Ang
polytoxin. So, yep, ang alcohol
ano pa
by
pala po siya,
definition yes, go ahead.
hindi siya ano 'no, hindi siya wait lang. Hindi po siya ano 'no, ay, wait lang.
Straight chain?
Parang sugar, may mga sugar
Straight
siya.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Marami siyang sugar actually ito. Very good na ano na deduction. Ito, pentose to eh. So ito
Hmm,
hexose. So may mga sugary siya. So
hindi
that's
pareho lang,
correct. Sugar compounds, no?
pareho lang. Tingnan
And
mo yung output ng computer ko, hindi yung hmm,
which is ano to ha,
aba.
logical kasi lahat naman ng living organisms, ang main source of energy nila ay carbohydrate. So, hindi nakakapagtaka, no? It's not surprising that we will have toxins like this integrated yung mga sugars.
Pero na-realize
Pero
ko nga
alam mo,
pala po na medyo
oh,
nasa loob yung
mm,
mga OH. Parang ano ba siya?
mm,
Tapos yung mga long chain.
mm.
Ano ba
I'm
siya?
not really sure
Water
kung ganito
soluble
yung
kaya siya?
pagkakaano niya ha. Kung ganito talaga yung arrangement niya ha. I'm not really sure. Though, katulad nito, nakasistrand siya dito, no? Tong part na to, kaya siya nag-bend. Ayan, no? So, ito din, nagbe-bend, no? So, I think mukhang ganito na nga siya.
Nag-fold-fold siya.
Yeah,
Okay, aba.
meron, meron din siya, yes, nagpo-fold. Pero, um, kasi pwede siyang oriented na pa-spiral. Nagigets mo yung ano niya,
So yung
yung
OH yung nasa
pattern niya.
labas. That would make sense. Aba, parang sa isang side lang
Pwedeng
yung
hindi, both
OH.
labas and inside. Protruding outside and inside. Yeah. So, pwedeng
Aba.
ganon. So, hindi ako familiar with the
Mataas lang.
overall shape, yung tertiary structure ba, kumbaga, nitong overall shape nitong molecule ni palytoxin. So, that's interesting. Quick search ako. Pero feeling ko kung paano siya magfo-fold. Mhm. Parang ano siya, Josh? It looks like a random shape na molecule. Pa-letter L yung main shape.
Okay.
Pa-letter L yung main shape niya. So, according to sa ACS na structure. So, yeah. Pa-letter L. So, I'm not really sure if this one will be hindi, potent to kasi nag-a-attach siya sa mga neuroreceptors natin. No? So, yeah. So, pa-letter L yung shape. I'll send it in our GC na lang. No? So, yun yung ano, challenge din pala yun sa synthesis na parang once you have this molecule na na-synthesize mo na siya, yung overall folding niya, kumbaga yung pag at the macro level, kamukha din dapat nung pinagayahan, nung natural. So, yep. So, we will learn more about yung mga ganyan, yung mga overall structure tsaka macro structure sa biochem. Tsaka sa polymer chem, may mga ganyan na rin. So, na-introduce na rin natin siya. So, going back to alcohols, no? So, technically, ang alcohols ay functionalities wherein your OH is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon or saturated carbon, no? So we can actually classify them according to the number of alkyl groups bonded to the carbon bearing the OH or the hydroxy group. So we have primary, secondary, tertiary. Similar lang to kay alkyl halides. Okay? Tapos, na-introduce ko na to sa last time. Paano kapag yung OH directly bonded sa alkene or sa aromatic ring? We now have here an enol pag directly bonded sa double bond or phenol kapag directly bonded sa benzene ring. But these are very different. No, these two will have different properties from the usual alcohols that we will discuss in this chapter. Kaya itong enols and phenols, hindi natin sila i-discuss dito. 'Di ba na-mention ko na to? Kasi sp2 hybridize sila eh. Right? So, technically, hindi sila alcohol, kumbaga, no? So, pero in general nga, sabi ko nga sa'yo, no, loose naman siya, loosely based na parang once you have this, once you have an OH or hydroxy groups, we can still call them alcohol. Okay? So, specific na lang to na parang pag banded yung OH group sa double bond, enol, pag sa benzene ring, phenol. However, ito, Josh, alcohols itong mga to. So, bakit alcohol sila, Josh? You try to look dun sa structure.
Kasi may OH. Yun lang.
Hindi, at the same time, saan banded yung OH mo?
Sa mga sa mga functional group. Ano ba to? Yung sa allyl. Ito sa, ano to? What's this? Ano tawag po dito?
Alkyne.
Hindi ba? Alkyne,
Pero
pero
adjacent
may single bond muna siya.
Walang term dyan. Carbon just adjacent to a triple bond. Then benzylic. So, pero yung OH mo, bonded siya isa sp3 pa rin. Hindi siya sp or sp2 eh. Right? Unlike kasi dito, tingnan mo, unlike kay enol tsaka kay aromatic, ang OH mo bonded directly sa sp2 hybridized carbons. Pero itong mga to, sa sp3 hybridized carbons pa rin yung mga yan. No? So, yan, allylic carbon, tapos carbon adjacent to a triple bond, then carbon adjacent to your benzene ring or benzylic alcohol. So, ayun. Alcohols pa rin sila kasi bonded sila sa sp3.
Pero parang alkane lang po yung pangalan.
Yeah, kasi nga, bonded pa rin siya sa sp3 hybridized carbon. Okay? So, ayun siya. We will learn about naming of this sa mga susunod din na chapter. So, when we will go to alkenes, alkynes, and aromatic compounds. Okay, wait lang, Josh. Quick, very, very quick lang.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then moving on with ethers. So, ethers, for this one, we have two alkyl. Yung isa kasi, no, if you will notice, mention ko na to, yung alcohol ethers are derivatives of what? Saan sila galing? Kaninong inorganic compound sila na derive? Alcohols and ethers.
Water?
Yes, correct, no?
Or other
So,
alcohols.
yeah. So, water talaga sila galing kasi yung water, HOH, kapag yung isang H pinalitan mo ng R group, ano siya? Alcohol. Right? So, from water, HOH, palitan mo yung isang H ng R group, you now have alcohol. Pero kapag yung water, palitan mo yung dalawang H niya with two R groups, two alkyl groups bonded to an oxygen atom, that will be an ether already. So ngayon, ang ether can be classified into two lang, no? We don't have primary, secondary, tertiary ethers. Pero we have symmetrical and asymmetrical ether. So symmetrical or asymmetrical, pwede ring unsymmetrical ether. So of course, we know this already. Kapag symmetrical, R groups are the same. Pag unsymmetrical or asymmetrical, R groups are different. Example, diethyl ether. So diethyl ether dahil same to, no, na ethyl group attached to your oxygen atom here, central oxygen atom. Symmetrical ether to. Pero ito, katulad nito, allyl methyl ether. May allylic group ka dito. May allyl group here and then may methyl group. Asymmetrical to. Same with this one. Tert-butyl methyl ether. So, asymmetric din to. So, ano yung two groups mo dito, Josh? We have the tert-butyl and methyl. And how about this? Tingnan mo to. Ano yung group dito? That's vinylic,
alkene?
right?
Alkene?
Alkene? Yeah, alkene. Tapos, directly bonded siya dun sa double bond. So, vinylic, right, na position.
Yes, tama.
Diba? So, kaya siya divinyl ether or divinyl ether. Okay? So, kasi nga vinylic ether siya, no? So, kamukha niya yung enol na naging ether. Pero divinyl ether to. And then, of course, we have also methylphenyl ether, asymmetrical ether. So, si divinyl ether ay symmetrical ether. Methylphenyl ether will be asymmetrical. And then, dito tayo nag-end, if I'm not mistaken, no, sa slide na to, epoxides. So, epoxides ay actually, ano siya? Anong group to? It's still a, what? Ang epoxide. It's still an, what? Generally,
para
ang
siyang
epoxide
ether?
ay, Josh, ano siya? It's still an ether. ROR pa rin. Hindi siya parang ether. Ether talaga siya. So, ether siya. Pero ano siya? Anong specific type ng ether? Anong specific type ng ether? It's a what?
It's a cyclic ether?
Yon, cyclic ether na ilang membered ring? Ilang membered ring ang ether na to, Josh? It's a three-membered ring. Okay? Yeah, three-membered ring. Okay. So, epoxide or oxirane, then If this is a three-membered ring, ano ang internal angle mo for the ring itself sa epoxide, Josh? Kasi cyclic ether pala siya eh. So this is a cyclic ether. It's a three-membered ring. Another name ni epoxide ay oxirane. So yun yung common name niya, oxirane. So ano ang internal angle nung ring mo, Josh? For epoxides.
Parang cyclopropane?
Yeah. Pero anong internal band angle?
Ano ba?
Anong internal band angle?
Parang 60. Ay, hindi 60. Siguro... Ay, hindi siya. 60 talaga kasi hindi siya nagpa-packer.
60, correct. Mm-mm. So ngayon, is that ideal? Kasi ang ether mo supposed to be ay sp3 din dun sa mga carbon niya. Kung saan attach yung oxygen, dapat sp3 hybridize. Is that ideal?
Yes, tama.
Ano ba yung ideal angle for sp3 hybridized carbon? What's the ideal angle for sp3 hybridized carbon, Josh? Ideal 'yon?
I think 109.5 talaga. Kaso nga lang kung cyclic, baka ma-tolerate na yung hindi.
Okay.
Baka mga
So
100.
109.5.
Ganun.
Yeah, so kaya niya naman nag-exist nga si epoxide or oxirane. However, masyadong maliit yung 60 degrees versus the 109.5 na ideal angle for sp3 hybridized carbon. Thus, ano ang meron kay epoxide? Stable siya na unstable. Actually, stable siya pero reactive. A very reactive compound. What? Anong meron kay oxirane? Kung bakit siya reactive? Yeah.
Parang
So
sobrang
epoxides are
sobrang
also called
strain siya na
oxiranes.
so
So the
reactive siya.
COC bond, anong strain yon? Anong strain yung meron si oxirane? Kaya siya reactive. Yun kasi yung hahanapin natin dyan eh. Yun yung kailangan mong laging matandaan. Bakit reactive ang epoxides? If that is the question, you know already the answer. So parang yun kagad yung sagot mo. So the COC bond angle for an epoxide must be 60 degrees because it's a triangle, right? A cyclopropane-like compound. So which is a considerable deviation from the tetrahedral bond angle of 109.5. Thus, ano ang reason kung bakit nagiging reactive siya? Actually, ang mga epoxides is pinaka-reactive no na ether group. Yes, Josh? Bakit reactive ang epoxides? Isang compound. Isang way dyan, mag-introduce ka ng epoxide. Kapag nagkaroon ka ng epoxide, automatic, yung part na yun ng structure mo magiging reactive. What's the major reason why epoxides are reactive? So, ano yung meron kay epoxide or oxiranes?
Siguro
Kung bakit
oxygen?
sila reactive?
Kasi may strain siya. Kaso nga lang
May,
may
ang
oxygen
ether
siguro.
may oxygen din. Anong type ng strain? Kasi yun yung reason kung bakit sila reactive. Anong type ng strain?
Angle strain?
Correct. Yun yung hinahanap ko. So, angle strain is the major cause bakit reactive yung mga epoxides or oxirane. We will learn more about the reactivity of epoxides sa mga susunod na slides. No? So, we'll now proceed with the electrostatic mapping of your alcohols, ethers, and epoxides. So if you will notice here, dahil heteroatomic na, nasa heteroatoms na tayo ha, hindi na lang tayo hydrocarbons. When we say heteroatoms, we introduce other atoms aside from carbon and hydrogen. No? So like your alkyl halides, so the oxygen atom in alcohols, ethers, and epoxides, they are sp3 hybridized. And at the same time, like water, alcohols and ethers have a bent shape like similar to H2O or water. And if you will notice here, what can you say about the electronegativity or electrostatic potential map? Itong tatlo. Nasaan nagre-reside ang mga electrons, Josh? Ito yung electrostatic map mo. We have here yung comparable natin ng mga compounds. We have methanol, ethyl dimethyl ether, at saka epoxide or oxirane. What can you say about the structures? Ano yung common denominators ng tatlo?
Parang highly electronegative si oxygen.
Okay, so ngayon, meron tayong partially negative na oxygen atom sa tatlo. And then, at the same time, yung mga surrounding atoms dun sa partially negative na oxygen mo, magiging partially positive sila. Okay? So, for example, yung carbon where bearing your OH group will be partially positive. So, that's a reactive site yan. Josh, ha? Ito yung clue. Kapag may mga ganyan na, partiality of charges, partially negative, partially positive, mga possible reactive sites yan. Yan yung hahanapin mo ngayon sa mga functional groups or sa structure mo kung gusto mo mag-react sila. So, nasan kaya yung mga partial charges so that you can introduce. Kasi kung may partial positive and partial negative ka na, pwede ka na mag-introduce, Josh, ng mga nucleophile and electrophile. Right? Kasi yun yung either, kunwari partially negative. So, electron rich to. So, kanino siya magre-react? Sige nga, ang partially negative na O, kanino siya magre-react, Josh? Nucleophile or electrophile?
Electrophile. Actually,
Correct. So, tapos yung partially
pwede nga
positive
pong
carbon,
attack siya tapos na ring opening. Yun yung immediate, na snap.
mhm, correct. Doon yun sa epoxides kapag magre-ring opening. So, tapos yung partially positive carbon natin or partially positive na part ng either alcohol, ether man yan or epoxide, that will be susceptible for nucleophilic attack. No? So, pwede silang atakihin ng mga electron-rich na substances. Example, yung mga halides natin, matataas yung nun, no? So, yung electron-rich. Josh, join ka lang ha. We will have 1 minute na lang na remaining. Okay? So, this is the electrostatic potential map. Tapos, like what we mentioned a while ago, the bond angle around the oxygen atom in alcohol or ether is similar to the tetrahedral bond angle. The ideal is 109.5. So, because the oxygen atom is much more electronegative than carbon, so yung mismong carbon-oxygen bond and OH bonds are both polar. And these are present in alcohol. Both bonds are present in
But
alcohol.
slightly mas malaki sa 109.5. Ay, mas slightly mas
Yung sa
maliit. Mas
ether.
slightly mas maliit.
Bakit? Tingin mo. That's a good good observation. At mukhang masasagot mo yan pag naputol tayo. And that's a good observation. Bakit mas malaki yung bond angle ng ether kaysa sa alcohol? Right?
Yes,
Ikaw ang
sabaw.
sumagot. Binigyan mo ako ng idea. Oh. Pero that's a good observation. Why do you Ayan, andiyan ka na ulit. So, ayun. Ah,
Yan.
good observation, Josh. Sagutin mo siya. Bakit
Ayun,
kaya
no?
mas malaki yung yung bond angle ni ether kumpara kay alcohol? Yung alcohol mo ay malapit siya dun sa near, no? Na ideal bond angle, 109.5. Yeah. Methanol versus dimethyl ether, 109 versus 111. Any reasoning?
I think, kasi yung lone pairs hindi masyado nga nagre-repel.
Mm. Lone pairs, hindi masyado nagre-repel. Pares lang naman silang may dalawang lone pairs. Mm. Yes, Josh. Yung lone pairs, hindi masyado nagre-repel. Pares lang naman silang may dalawang lone pairs. Then parehas din naman na naka-attach yung lone pairs mo ay nasa oxygen atom. So bakit? Or bakit hindi siya na masyado nagre-repel? At saka kay nino yun, yung hindi masyado nagre-repel? Kay alcohol or kay ether? Yes, Josh?
Okay nga. So, ito. Wait lang. Kasi mas maliit si hydrogen.
Ano naman, kung malit yung hydrogen, dalawang lone pair pa rin naman yan.
Oo
Nagigets
nga
mo
na.
yung
Dapat,
reasoning
di
ko,
ba
no?
po dapat mas malaki pa yung angle? Oh no.
Mhm. True, kasi mas maliit yung hydrogen, so madali lang itulak yan, no? Yung hydrogen. Pero tama yung observation, nandoon na sa size nung hydrogen at saka nung methyl, no? Kasi napalitan yung hydrogen mo ng another methyl group sa dimethyl ether dun sa compared to your methanol. Kasi from methanol naging siya eh. From OH naging methyl group. So aside from that, what? Bakit lumaki yung bond angle dun sa dimethyl ether? Kasi
That's a hard question. Siguro mas may
okay,
repulsion siguro
hard
mas may
question.
repulsion si carbon versus carbon tsaka si hydrogen.
Mm. Mas may repulsion yung
Carbon
dalawang
tsaka
methyl
carbon
kaysa
versus
sa
carbon and
methyl
hydrogen.
versus hydrogen. Oo. Pero bakit?
Mas malaki siya. Tapos mas maraming yung electrons mas malapit. May shell
Pero
nga po na.
mas malaki. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang
Mas may
what?
repulsion nga po kasi malaki nga po yung carbon versus yung hydrogen.
Yeah. Anong repulsion yun?
Steric strain?
Yun. Yun yung hinahanap ko. So, kasi sa ether kasi may steric strain. So, yung dalawang R group mo, nagtutulokan din sila. So, kaya ang nangyayari, nag-widen yung bond angle compared to yung alcohol, no? Kasi ang alcohol, hydrogen lang naman ang kalaban ng isang R group. So, as much as possible, it will be closer dun sa ideal na bond angle natin, which is 109.5. Okay, dahil dyan, we're ready to answer this examples, no? So, for this na one, no? Draw all constitutional isomers having the molecular formula below. So classify each compound as a primary, secondary, or tertiary alcohol if we can make structure like that, or asymmetrical or unsymmetrical ether or asymmetrical ether. Let's go with C3H8O. So tatlo lang to, C3H8O. So ako muna sa 1A. I mean, tulong tayo sa 1A. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then OH. Meron ka pa bang naiisip, Josh? Alcohol muna ako. 1, 2, 3. So, propanol. So, tama na yan. Si 3, then 6, then 8. Correct. Propanol. And then 2-propanol. Okay. Meron pa ba ako naiisip? Meron ka pa bang ibang alcohol, Josh, na mabubuo? 1, then oxygen, then 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Meron ka pa bang ibang ether na mabubuo, Josh? So this is a primary alcohol. This is a secondary. Okay. So hindi pwede ang tertiary dito because we don't have a three alkyl groups. And this is a symmetrical ether. Ikaw, Josh, meron pa ba na naiisip? Sige, check mo. Ito yung sagot ko for 1A. May
So
iba ka pa bang
dapat
naiisip?
8. So dapat kung may methyl sa dulo, methyl, 6, 2.
Yan,
Siya lang
asymmetrical
dapat.
ether. C3H8O.
So
Yeah.
kung methyl, tapos si O yung terminal,
Asymmetrical ether.
mahirap yan. Dapat dalawa siyang bond.
Hindi, dito muna
Hindi
tayo
pwede.
sa 1A.
Hindi, dapat OH siya somehow. So dapat methyl plus 1, 4. 4 lang dapat yung sa dalawa dapat. Ay, na-consume na talaga po, no?
Mukhang tatlo lang, no?
Yun lang yan talaga
So
po.
we have we have three constitutional isomers having the formula of C3H8O. And then, nakabuo ako ng primary alcohol via 1-propanol or N-propanol. Tapos, secondary alcohol via 2-propanol. This is also isopropyl alcohol. Tapos, we also have an ether. It's impossible for us to make asymmetric ether kasi odd ito, right? So, odd siya. So, asymmetric ether lang talaga yung mabubuo ko. So, we have here the ethyl-methyl ether. Okay. Ikaw ang gumawa ng number 1B. C4H10O. So, dadagdagan lang natin, Josh, ng carbon and hydrogen. So, letter B is C4H10O. Dito ka na din ba magdodraw? Or gusto mo mag-ano na tayo? Ano nga tawag dyan?
Ano kaya to? 4. So dapat,
Board.
so maganda yung
Sige,
yung actually
pwede
ginawa.
mong i-drawing dyan. Sige. Mag-open ako mamaya, Josh, ng video ko kapag nag-stable na. Ayan, mukhang stable na siguro. Ayan. C4H10O. Sige, go ahead. I'll give you a couple of minutes for this. Yes, Josh, ano na yung ano mo? Mga constitution.
So, inisip ko
Proposed
muna.
structures for your constitutional isomers.
Kung
Let
ether
1B
siya,
1B.
Kung ether siya, 6, 4. Dapat 1, so dapat 4, wait. O, 3, 4. Yung mga ether. May isa pa siguro dyan. Hindi. OH terminal. So, H. Tapos dapat may methyl.
Mukhang okay na yung ethers mo.
Tama.
So, ano yung mga nabuo mo? Just classify din.
Dalawang ether. Tapos, isa
Hindi,
symmetrical.
dalawang ether, pero anong
Symmetrical sa
types of
baba po.
ethers?
Isa asymmetrical sa taas.
Okay, good. So, ngayon,
So,
lagay mo lang
3,
SE tsaka AE.
3, 4.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4,
ito yung
3,
SE.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Symmetrical ether, then asymmetrical ether. Yan. So, yung above ay asymmetrical ether, then yung below ay symmetrical ether. So, we have here methyl propyl ether tsaka diethyl ether. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And butanol to. Yung una mong drawing, and butanol. Okay, 1 pa lang yan. 2 butanol, correct? O, lagay mo na yung classification ng alcohol.
1.
Okay, very good. Primary yan. Then that one is secondary. Then next,
Butanol.
ano pa?
Third butanol.
Okay, third butanol is tertiary. Meron pa bang iba? Do we have other alcohols pa na mapoproduce?
Meron pa ba?
Hindi. I'm asking you kung meron pa. Or we've already maximized the constitutional isomers. All possible constitutional isomers. I think that's all, right? Wala na ako din may isip pa na possible. Kasi kapag nilipat mo naman yung OH dun sa kabila, magiging 2-butanol pa rin yun eh. Yeah, I think we've exhausted all the constitutional isomers for the formula C4H10O. With that, we're done with 1A and B. So, we're done with item 1. For item 2, Josh, ikaw ulit ito na lang kasi madali lang ito. So, you need just to classify each hydroxy group in cortisol as primary, secondary, or tertiary. So, take note, cortisol is a hormone produced by the adrenal gland. Nasa ng adrenal gland, Josh? Nasaan siya sa part ng katawan natin? Adrenal gland. Nasa ng adrenal gland?
Yan na ba?
Siya yung, asan yung adrenal gland?
Yung sa top ng kidney sa ate. Yan.
Correct. Nasa top lang siya ng kidney. Pero yung adrenal gland kasi, part to ng exocrine system din natin eh. Exocrine tuloy. Endocrine system. So, nag-release yan ng hormone. So, one of the hormones ay cortisol. So, si cortisol is regulating blood pressure tsaka yung blood glucose levels. No? It also acts as an anti-inflammatory agent. Ayan yung structure ni cortisol. Ang challenge mo lang dyan, or the instruction here is just label the OH. Lahat ng OH mo na may kita as primary, secondary, or tertiary. Yeah, go ahead, Josh. Yes, Josh, asan na yung label mo? You need to label lang the
Nako.
type of alcohol. Lahat ng alcohol sa
Okay.
Okay, so interestingly, ang cortisol ay nakumpleto niya yung lahat ng types of alcohol sa atin. Meron siyang primary, secondary, at saka tertiary, no, na alcohol. So, challenging yan kapag, Josh, kunwari, gusto mong magkaroon ng halide, let's say, itong primary alcohol lang. So, ano kaya ang possible na mechanism for that? Something like, ito mahirap to. Paano, Josh, kung ang gusto mo, si secondary alcohol lang ang magkaroon ng alkyl halide? So, let's say palitan mo, ayan, unstable lang yung net ko, Josh. Gusto mo palitan yung secondary alcohol to secondary halide. Let's say gawin mong chlorine. That's a challenging one, no? Kasi ang secondary, marami siyang possible na reactions. So, yep. We'll now proceed to the next one. So, ang next natin ay, let me clear lang all drawings here. Yan. So, ang susunod na slide is about nomenclature of alcohol. So, technically, Josh, walang bago. Wala kang bagong matututunan ditong rule. Ang matututunan mo lang na rule ay papalitan mo lang yung ane kasi mga alkanes pa rin tayo, no? O kaya kung alkyl halides, bromide, chloride, no? Ginagawa natin silang substituent. Ito kasi, unlike sa alkyl halides, ano ang alkyl halides, Josh, sa IUPAC? Yung mga halogens. We treat them as what?
Yung
We
ano ba?
treat them as what, Josh? Yung mga halogens. Yung mga halogens.
Para silang,
Pag IUPAC
para silang,
nomenclature.
para silang ionic.
O hindi. Pag IUPAC, hindi.
Pag IUPAC. Siguro, parang substituent na ba?
Oo. Substituent. We treat them as substituent. Pero ang alcohols, hindi. We treat them as part of the parent name. Kaya lahat ng A natin, when naming alkanes, no, and cycloalkanes in general, will be changed to all, indicating that an alcohol group is attached somewhere in the structure. Okay, in the carbohydrate structure natin. So we don't treat alcohol as
Ano pala po, sir, kailangan ko yata
substituent.
mag-CR
So far.
mabilis.
Ha? So far, Josh, kasi ilang pa lang naman yung natin so far na alam, no? Alkanes. So, which is the main structure. Technically, hindi siya functionality eh. Tapos,
Sir,
alkyl halides.
kailangan ko po mag-CR
So, sunod na alcohol. So, si alkyl halides, pag IUPAC nomenclature, sige. Oy, i-pause mo muna. Yeah, go ahead. I-pause mo muna yung recording, ha? So, like what I mentioned a while ago, no? So, walang bago dito na rule for the naming ng alcohols. Instead, you just follow yung naming natin, nomenclature for the alkanes. Tapos, instead na in yung dulo, magiging all. Indicating that, yan. So, yeah, magiging all. Indicating that an alhydroxy group is present in the structure. You will not treat alcohol group so far. Dito lang muna, no? So far, we will not treat alcohol groups as substituents. Instead, part siya ng parent name. So the usual, we'll just run through. You need to find the longest chain containing the carbon bonded to the OH group. No? So yung ease of naming will also come into play if kahit hindi siya longest chain, Josh, pero kapag nag-name tayo, mas madali. It's better. For example, napaka-complicated. Kunwari, longest chain nga. Pero napaka-complicated ng isang substituent. pangalanan. It's not ideal. Pero kapag humanap ka ng ibang route, no, ng longest chain, it's better or it's easier to name. That's also a factor. Okay? So, same thing dito, yung aim nga lang magiging all, no? And then, tsaka natin numberan and name all the substituents. So far, pwede na tayo magkaroon ng hydroxy group. Pwede na rin tayo magkaroon ng halide na group, no? Or halogen. Kasi we're already done with the alkyl halides. So, you number the chain and then magkakaroon ka na ng alcohol. So for this one, ano ba ang kasunod nito? Rings. Okay. For this one, sige, ito. I-name mo tong structure na to. On the spot tayo magawa. Uh,
Yes.
Okay. Tapos,
Yes.
ganito.
Saka kung ano ba, 1,
Tapos
2,
ganyan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ano ba, hexan 5 all ba po yan?
Pwedeng yon or pwedeng, wait
3.
lang ha.
3 pala.
Gawan lang
Hexan
muna
3
kita
all.
ng ano.
3 hexan
Pwede
all
rin
po or
yun.
hexan 3 all?
Pero, yeah. Pwede rin yun. Pero kapag mga ganito lang na simple, allowed naman ni IUPAC na yung number ay mauuna muna dun sa all. So, kunwari, 3-hexanol. So, ibig sabihin, yung 3 here refers to the alcohol group. Okay. Tapos, let's say, ganyan. Then, bromine. Tapos, we'll have here alcohol group. So, dito na lang. OH. So, dito yung OH mo. Aha. Ayan. Sige, name. Wait lang pala. Before you name this, no, tong structure na to. Ito yung OH. So, before you name this structure, balik tayo dun sa tanong mo. So, tama, no? Ito kasi ay 3-hexanol. So, ang name nito ay 5-methyl 3-hexanol. Is this, yung na-mention mo kanina, is 5-methyl hexan 3-ol is also an IUPAC, no, accepted name? Yes. So, that's also another one. Tanggap yun, Josh. So, in fact, better yun kapag may mga other functionalities pa. Kasi hahaba to eh. Mas nagiging complicated yung naming, Josh, kapag mas maraming functionality na present. It's also correct. Clear? So, pwede rin to, Josh, 5-methyl hexan 3-ol. Para yung 3 doon refers to your alcohol position. Okay? Pero ito, accepted din talaga to, Josh, yung 3-hexanol. Kasi wala namang other functionality na present eh. Lalo na kapag may mga alkene ka na, tsaka alkyne, yun, mas mahirap yun. Kasi pwede silang, actually, pwede na silang kumalaban kay alcohol. Pero you know what? Alcohols will take precedence over multiple bonds. So part pa rin dapat si alcohol ng parent name. Hindi mo siya pwedeng gawing substituent. Yun yung kaibahan niya kay halides.
Bawal?
Oo, part pa rin. Hindi mo siya iti-take as substituent. So far ha, for alkenes.
Siya yung main molecule ba ba?
Yes, siya pa rin ang main family mo. Part siya ng parent chain.
So wala
Dapat,
pa po na kung diol, mga ganun.
hindi, oo, so far wala kang mamimit ngayon dito kasi hindi pa naman tayo alkene. So, ayan, sige. Name this. Ay, nag-unstable yung net ko, Josh. Off ko lang to. Oo, video ko. Ayan. Yung nasa taas. Please name it. Please name the structure. Anong name niya? So, same naman, you need to find the long chain na meron.
Hmm.
Whoop!
Ayun, nawala po kayo, no?
Sorry, oo nga. Na-disconnect ako. Yun nga, sabi ko sa'yo, unstable yung net ko kanina eh. Di mo na ako mag-open lang ng video pag na-feel ko medyo stable na. Ayan. Okay na. Kita mo yung structure, Josh?
Yes, abo.
Ito, yung red na structure yung need mo. Okay, go ahead. Yes, Josh, what's the name of this compound? Ano ang name ng compound na yan, Josh? By the way, am I audible pala, Josh? Audible ba,
Yes, abo.
rinig? Okay, good. So, I'll wait for your answer here. So, yeah. Ganun pa rin yung instructions like how we name alkanes. So, mas umaano na lang. Habang nagmo-move on pala tayo, Josh, kailangan mo lang matandaan yung precedence of the functionalities for naming. Sino yung mga pwede mong gawing substituent, sino yung hindi mo pwedeng gawing substituent, sino yung magiging part ng parent name, etc.
So, I see. Parang ano siya. Pwede siyang yung longest chain na 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heptanol?
Sige, labelan mo. Asan yung longest chain mo muna? Lagyan mo ng number. Gamit blue ka na lang ha. Blue na lang yung gamitin mong pang number para different na color. Or pwede rin namang green, dark green.
Saan ko pa lalagay?
Yan na lang din sa mismong slide.
Ayan.
Kasi on the spot lang din naman yan eh.
So, bale, ano? Ay,
Numberan mo muna.
hindi. 3 heptanol po siya. Tapos, ay,
3 heptanol. Yeah. Sige, lagay mo yung numbers.
so, bale, 3 heptanol. Ay, tapos, 2 methyl. Ano ba tawag dito? What's this? What is this? Two chloropropanil? Ay, hindi. 1 ethyl? Wait lang. Siguro 1-chloroethyl na lang. Sige. So, lalagay ko na. So, chloroethyl. Bro. 5-bromo. 4-chloro, 1-chloro, Okay, yan na ba? Ay, saan na ba na? Yan ba?
Hindi ko, ayun, nasa taas pala yung ano mo sagot. Okay, 5-bromo, 4,1-chloroethyl, 6-dimethyl, 3-heptanol. So let's, or pwede rin tong ano ha, heptantriol, Josh. Ha? This one. Pwede ring heptantriol. Okay? So ano siya? May mali ka. Ano yung mali mo, Josh? Sige. I-discover mo. That's correct. 3-heptanol or heptantriol. Yan. Tapos, 4. This is correct, Josh. 4,1-chloroethyl. So, kasi ito complex to eh. Yan. Itong part na to complex. Pero may parang may sub to 1 tsaka 2. 1-chloroethyl. Pero nasa carbon 4. Correct. So, 4,1-chloroethyl. 5-bromo. Tapos, 6-7. Okay, may tanong ako, Josh. Ilan yung metal groups mo? Ilan yung metal substituents? Kasi nakalagay dyan, dimethyl eh. Ilan yung ano mo? Ilan yung metal substituents? Yes, Josh. Ilan yung metal substituents mo?
Oo nga, tama. Wait lang ba? 6-6-dimethyl.
Mali ka. Ilan ang metal substituents?
2-methyl. Ay, 3, wait lang. 2-6-6-trimethyl.
Correct. Yun yung tama. So, 2,6,6-trimethyl.
Tama.
So,
Wait lang ba?
ang tamang sagot ay 5-bromo, 4,1-chloroethyl,
1-chloroethyl. Tapos 2,6,6-trimethyl.
trimethyl, 3-heptanol.
3-heptan.
Or 2,6,6-trimethyl-heptantriol. Pwede rin yun. Yan. Walang dash between heptan tsaka trimethyl. One word yan, Josh. Hindi ka naglalagay ng dash yan. Yan. Ito, Josh, i-delete mo to. Dapat wala to. One word to. Yan. Should be one word. Okay? Clear na tayo dito, Josh. Gets na tong open chain alcohols. Naming ng open chain alcohol. Okay. We can move on dun sa next natin na slide. Sa next slide natin ay, wait lang. So this time, naming alcohols attached to rings or cyclic alcohols. So when an OH group is bonded to a ring, the ring is numbered beginning with the OH group. So walang problem dito, Josh. So automatic, yung OH mo, siya yung magiging number 1. Clear? Kasi siya yung main group mo eh. Siya yung main functional group. Tapos, and because the functional group is at C1, so the 1 is usually omitted from the name. Kung ito ay monoalcohol lang. Pag diol or triols, yun yung kailangan mo silang numberan. Pero kung alcohol lang siya, 1 hydroxy group only, Josh, hindi mo na need i-include yung 1, yung parang magiging 1 cyclohexanol or 1 or cyclohexan 1 all. No need. No need for that. Kasi automatic, the alcohol group will take precedence over other substituents. Lalo na sa halogen tsaka sa ibang substituents, no? So, no need na for carbon 1 to indicate carbon 1. And then, once you numbered the hydroxy group as 1, number the ring either clockwise or counterclockwise in such a way that the next substituent will be given the lowest number. So this is similar dun sa mga cycloalkanes natin, right? So instead, ang difference lang ay yung OH natin, siya yung C1 mo. So example dito, yan. 3-methyl cyclohexanol. So automatic, pag nag-drawing ka nito, cyclohexanol, so cyclohexane, tas may OH. Yun yung number 1. Tapos, sa third carbon mo, you need to draw the methyl group or CH3. So 3-methyl cyclohexanol. So similarly, if we're given 2,5,5 trimethyl cyclohexanol, so we can just parang we can just visualize na drawing tayo cyclohexane tapos OH. Yun yung carbon 1 natin. And then add the 3 methyl groups at carbon 2 and carbon 5. So 1 methyl group at carbon 2 and 2 methyl groups at carbon number 5. So yun nga lang, Josh, careful ka. So take note, dapat ang ikot mo or numbering mo yung magbibigay ng pinakamababang number dun sa next substituent. Okay. Clear na tayo dun, Josh? Clear
Yes,
tayo,
apo.
Josh? Okay, sige. If that is the case, bibigyan kita sa gitna. Ayan. Oh. Okay. Yeah, pwede na yan. Need to erase this. Tapos. Yan. Ayan. Anong name nito, Josh? Nitong structure natin. Ayan. Can you name this, Josh?
What's this? Anong sasabihin ko dito?
Ito, i-name mo lang siya.
So, ano kaya? Ayun, sige, dito. 3,5-dibromo 2-isopropyl cyclopentanol.
Sige, lagyan mo muna ng number. Paano yung ikot ng number mo? So, that's correct, no? Cyclopentane to. Pero dahil may OH ka, cyclopentanol. So, paano ang ikot ng number? Tapos ano yung complete name? Yes, Josh, ano yung name nito?
Yun po. So,
Sige, i-type mo. Tapos
3,5
yung number.
dibromo. 3,5 dibromo to isopropyl
Paano yung
cyclopentanol.
numbering? I need to see the numbering. Bakit kay number 2, yung number 2 mo ay na kay isopropanol, hindi kay bromine? Then type mo yung complete name. Okay, so your numbering is okay, so this is correct, no? So yung 1 mo will be on the alcohol group followed by the isopropanol. Then third yung bromine. So this is to give us the lowest number, no, ng substituent. So ang name natin ay 3,5-dibromo 2-isopropyl cyclopentanol. Correct. So yung common names naman ng alcohols, this is an alternative method, Josh, no, to wait lang. Saan to? Yan. This is an alternative method for the nomenclature of alcohol. So for this one, common names are often used for simple alcohols. So for us to assign a common name, we just name all the carbon atoms of the molecule as a single alkyl group. Tapos we just add the word alcohol, separating the words with a space. So example, we have here yung kanina 2-propanol, no? So pero yung 2-propanol is actually isopropyl, right? The isopropyl group. So we can say we can name it as isopropyl alcohol. So in other layman's isopropanol is also okay. Pero technically, Josh, mali yung isopropanol. Bakit? Bakit mali yung name na isopropanol?
Because hindi siya pwedeng, grabe, mali
Technically.
yun.
Oo, technically hindi siya tama.
Kasi dapat may yield. Kasi yung alkyl group eh.
Okay, so dapat yung kasi para ma-produce yung common name, kailangan yung alkyl group plus the word alcohol. So ang tama talaga ay isopropyl alcohol or IPA, no? So pero ano to ha, Josh, siguro by industry historically, isopropanol is also accepted. Okay naman na yun. Kahit sa book naman nababasa ko din siya or sa journals, isopropanol, that's also okay. Pero technically mali siya. Kasi hindi rin naman, common name din naman yung isopropane, pero usually, we don't name it as isopropane. Magiging ano siya, 2-methyl propane, no? So that's 2-methyl propane. So same thing with tert butanol kasi hindi naman siya tert butane eh, no? Usually, may name siya. We have 2,2-dimethyl propane. That's your tert methyl eh. Yeah, tert butyl rather, no? So, same din dito. Dapat tert butyl alcohol siya. Okay, and then we'll now proceed with diols and triols, no? So dito, like what I mentioned, no, susundan mo lang yung number dito. So we have here compounds. Kapag compounds with two hydroxy groups, they are called diols or glycols. Yung glycol na salita, Josh, yung glycol na family name, it's usually a common name. Pag IUPAC ang gagamitin mo, diol siya. Okay? Pero pag sinabi mong glycol, dalawa yon na alcohol or hydroxy groups. Kapag tatlo na yung hydroxy groups, we call them triols. We don't have a common name for triols. So, for diols lang. Example ito. 1,2 ethane diol, those are the IUPAC name, no? This is the IUPAC name. And then, the common name is ethylene glycol. So, in the industry, it's better known as ethylene glycol. Pero okay din na 1,2-ethane diol. Tapos, if you will notice here, Josh, complete siya. Hindi siya propan diol or ethan diol. Hindi. Ethane, retain mo yung alkene group or alkene name, then tsaka mo add yung diol, triol, etc. So example, ito, glycerol. So yung glycerol, tatlo yung OH groups, no? So 3 hydroxy groups. We have 1, 2, 3 propane triol. So similarly, kapag nasa ring, we just name the diol or triol and then indicate the number kung nasaan sila naka-attach. Example, for this one, we have 1,2-cyclopentane diol. However, included din or specified din yung spatial orientation. So for rings, we can use the cis-trans isomerism. Kaya makikita natin dito, we have 1,2 trans 1,2 cyclopentane diol. That is the name for this for this structure. Okay? Siguro ayan. Okay, next. We can now move on sa next slide natin. So, naming ng alcohols. O Josh, can you name the following alcohols? I'll give you siguro 3 minutes lang kaya mo na ito matapos for number 1. And then for number 2, you need to draw the corresponding structure for each name. Ayan. Sige. Go ahead, Josh. Pakiname lang yung one. Ay, pwede to pa-screenshot, then gawin natin sa natin. Sa whiteboard. Okay na? Na-screenshot mo na, Josh?
Okay na ba?
Okay, sige. Share ko lang yung whiteboard and then tsaka mo siya i-paste here. Yan. Okay na, Josh. Nag-open na yung board. Loading pa lang pala siya. Ayan. Nasaan na ba tayo? Na-occupy na ba natin yung Sige, na lang. New, na lang siya. Saan mo ilalagay? Gusto mo ba bumalik ka sa pinakataas, Josh? Tapos or tuloy-tuloy na lang natin. Continue na lang. Sige, magdo-double line ako dito. Red and then a double line. Sige. Go ahead. Ayan. Try to answer nomenclature for alcohols. Okay, go ahead, Josh. I'll give you siguro 3 to 5 minutes for this. Ay, rejoin ka lang, Josh, ha? Tapusin lang muna natin to, ha? 1 minute na lang kasi yung ano eh. Pero rejoin ka lang and then share ko agad yung uh, whiteboard for this problem.
So,
Okay, Josh. Please continue answering the alcohol nomenclature problems. Okay?
yan.
Yan. Continue mo lang magsagot.
So, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. 3. Talagay. Dito. 3. Aha. I'm typing.
Are you done, Josh?
Wait
Tapos na?
lang ako. May ano
Okay,
dito.
sige. Nag-unstable lang yung net ko, Josh. Open ko yung video in a while din.
Hmm. Okay, yun na ba?
Okay na? Wait. Okay, andito pala yung answers sa kabila. Okay, let's check. So for you diupc name for each of the compound. Let me change this color red. Tapos video. And then for number letter A, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentanol, 3,3-dimethyl pentanol. Pwede namang hindi na i-indicate to, pero usually ini-indicate pa rin siya, Josh. Dapat 3,3-dimethyl 1-pentanol, pero okay lang din naman yun. It means that the alcohol here is at number 1. Pero ano ha, most of the time, indicated yan. 3,3-dimethyl 1-pentanol. Pero okay lang din yan. For letter B, 2-methyl cyclohexanol. So 1, 2, okay. 2-methyl cyclohexanol. For letter C, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Okay. For letter C, mali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bakit mali yan, Josh, yung letter C mo? Ang mali niya ay hindi yan yung longest chain. Hindi heptane ang longest chain. Paki-correct yan, Josh. Ano dapat ang longest chain mo?
No!
Diba?
Hindi pa, wait. Hindi pa, please.
Ano?
Wait
Okay
po,
lang
wait.
yan, hindi naman recorded yan.
There's been a misunderstanding.
There's no misunderstanding. You're just incorrect. Ayaw dapat. Ang ano natin, longest chain. What's the longest chain there? Yan. Habang nire-rename mo ang letter C, I'll check DMU. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1 pentanol, 2, 3, 4, 2 for the methyl. Okay. Mali rin yung letter E. Ang mali mo sa letter E, hindi benzyl yan. Kasi remember, benzylic position is ito. Ang benzylic position, may carbon muna bago may X. Hindi siya directly bonded sa benzene. Ito kasi ay directly bonded. So, hindi benzyl ang name kapag ganyan. Iba. What is the name or what is the substituent name if your benzene ring is directly attached to your main chain? So, yun yung substituent. So, while you are renaming C and E, I'll check your part 2, item number 2. Give the structures for the names available below or given below. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, correct. 7, 7 dimethyl 4 octanol. Letter B, 5 methyl 4 propyl 3 heptanol. 1, 2, 3 heptanol. 4 propyl 1, 2, 3, 4. Propyl 1, 2, 3. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 methyl. Correct. 6, 7. 2, 3. Okay, correct. So, tama din tong B mo. So, mali yung C and E Josh Pa-rename na, Josh. Sa C, you have here cyclohexanol. So, ito na yung 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 methyl, correct. 2, third butyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, correct. So, this is correct. And then letter D, trans 1,2-hexane diol. So, cyclohexane, 1, 2. Okay, correct. So, for all number 2, nakuha mo naman siya. Mali mo na lang yung CNE. Anong sagot mo dyan, Josh, dapat? Sa CNE. Pa-rename po, Josh.
Tama.
CNE, mali. 1C, 1E.
Na,
Pareha silang mali.
wait lang.
Ano
So,
dapat
ano
ang
po
corrected name?
Dito. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yan. Correct. Mali yung longest chain mo. Mali yung longest chain mo dyan. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Mali yung longest chain. Correct. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, none, 3 all. 3, 4, 5. 5 ethyl. 6 methyl. Okay, correct. Tama na to. This is the correct thing. How about letter E? Mali yung benzyl na substituent, Josh. Like what I mentioned, kapag benzyl, meron ka pang carbon bago naka-attach yung benzene ring. Pero kapag yung benzene ring ay directly attached to your parent chain, iba ang name niya, hindi benzyl. Ano dapat?
Nagkamali
It's
yata ako. Phenyl ba? Hindi yata eh.
correct, phenyl. Correct,
Yan.
tama, phenyl yon. So, dapat ano ang name? That is 3-phenyl 2-pentanol or 3-phenyl pentantuol. Correct? Sige, sulat mo muna bago natin i-end tong meeting natin. Para at least we're good with the nomenclature ni alcohols.
Ayan. Ay, pwede ko pala edit. I-delete ko pala.
Okay, okay
Ay.
lang yan para at least ano, nandyan siya. Para matatandaan mong mali ka dyan. Oh,
Yung
write your
JavaScript.
code here. Oo nga, correct. Ano yun, lumitaw lang yung JavaScript.
Na ba?
Okay, that's correct. 3-phenyl pentantuol. Okay, we're good for today. Josh, if you're available tomorrow, I'm also available para at least we can somehow finish this chapter earlier. Kasi mahaba-haba to. Medyo madaming reactions kasi yung alcohols, ethers, and epoxide. So, both synthesis. Ayan na, nagkakaroon na tayo ng synthesis at saka reactions. You'll see that sa mga susunod na slides natin of meetings. So if you're free tomorrow, I'm good. Siguro mga 2 to 4 p.m. also. Okay? Chat na lang
Yes.
tayo.
Tama.
Or update na lang if you're free. Okay? Sige, sige. Free ka ba tomorrow, Josh? For another session. Ay, sige, chat ko na
Baka
lang.
yata
Update
po.
na lang tayo tomorrow.
Baka
Ha?
po. Possibly.
Sige, Saturday naman yan.
Most likely.
Okay, sige. Para at least we can meet, we can meet tomorrow para the next na natin na meeting ay Monday. Okay? Sige.
Yes, tama.
With that, that's the end of our meeting for today and I'll see you tomorrow hopefully. Thank you, Josh. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you po. Bye-bye po.
Happy New Year ulit. Sige,
Late na
sige.
masyado.
Sige, sige. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you po. Bye-bye po.